What's up everyone, Hevie here. Investing is one of the most valuable skills anyone can learn. It puts your money to work so you don't have to work for all your money. Today, I want to go over 3 actionable and easy steps to get your investing career started. These 3 steps are to save $1,000 cash, decide what type of investor you want to be, and open a brokerage account. Let's get started. Now, the first step in the process is to save up $1,000 cash and put it aside so you don't need to use it to pay bills or cover expenses. This can be done by saving a little bit of money every week and foregoing things like eating out, spending on entertainment, and buying things you don't need. So if you don't normally save money, this will be a good exercise in personal discipline. And saving $1,000 cash will make you a better investor because it'll give you a little skin in the game and incentive to make it work. Investing takes time, so you don't want to give up on it easily. And if you go into it without having already dedicated yourself first, it's easy to just say, no, I'm not doing this, I'm jumping out, I don't really care, I'll just go back to regular life. This is something that will be uncomfortable at first, especially if you have no experience investing. I know to a lot of people out there, $1,000 is a lot of money. So you don't want to go out there and do something dumb. While you're saving the $1,000 or once it's saved up, you want to decide what type of investing you want to do. Now this will help later on when deciding what educational resources to use. Investing can be bifurcated into 2 main bins. There's trading and investing. The main difference between these two is the time horizon. Trading is a much shorter term thing. Traders generally don't hold securities for more than about 1 month, and investors generally don't hold things for less than a few months. Also, traders generally have much higher trade volumes compared to investors. For example, a trader might trade anywhere from 30 to 60 to even several hundred trades per 3-month period, whereas a long-term investor might only make a handful of trades per 3-month period. This is because the trader is in and out of positions, whereas the long-term investor is buying in and holding. This is also an important distinction because traders and investors generally use different signals as to when they make their buys and sells. Short-term traders will oftentimes look towards charts and technical analysis for deciding when to get in and get out. Conversely, long-term investors will do more of a fundamental analysis. Traders try to capture value from moves in the stock on a short-term basis, whereas investors are investing in the long-term viability of a business. For example, if a trader thinks that a company is going to go out of business, they might make a short bet on that stock. So they are going to get in for a couple weeks, ride the momentum down, and then get out. A long-term investor is not going to get into a company that they think is going to go bankrupt. So it's fundamental versus technical analysis. This brings us to our final point, opening a brokerage account. Many people say all brokers are the same, but this really is not the case. Brokers specialize in different types of investing activities. For example, Robinhood is really good for trading. If you're an options trader, a securities trader, or if you just like to buy and sell on a frequent basis, Robinhood is one of the best platforms to do that, in my opinion. I know Robinhood got a really bad rap from the GameStop debacle, and they deserved that. But that doesn't take away from the fact that Robinhood's platform is really great for trading. They simplify things, they've got a really nice user interface, and the commission-free trades is nice too, especially, like I said, if you are going to have high trade volume. On the other hand, take a broker like M1 Finance. If you're a long-term investor, M1 Finance is great. They have lots of pies and ETFs that you can buy into. But it's basically impossible to trade on M1 Finance because they only buy and sell twice a day, at market open and market close. So it's literally impossible to day trade with M1 Finance. Vanguard is similar to that in that they specialize in ETFs and funds that you can invest in. And since these funds are much lower in volatility and a much safer investment, you're really not going to actively trade. Then you have brokers that are kind of middle of the road, like a Fidelity or a Charles Schwab. You can trade on these platforms and also invest long-term on these platforms using like an IRA, for example. But Schwab's active trading tools aren't nearly as good as Robinhood, in my opinion, and it's much harder to understand. Schwab supports options trading, but it's much more confusing and difficult to use than Robinhood is. However, one of the benefits to using somebody like Schwab or Fidelity is they have a wider array of securities available for you to buy than Robinhood does. A good example of this is you can buy over-the-counter tickers or OTC stocks, also known as pink sheets, on Schwab, but Robinhood won't support that. Robinhood has a narrower basket of goods that you can trade. And also, as we saw with the GameStop debacle, there is the potential for liquidity issues with Robinhood. In summary, investing will make your life better. Getting started is fairly easy and will put you on the path to financial freedom. Since we know that money compounds, the sooner you get started, the better off you'll be, and the quicker you will get to wealth and financial security. Saving $1,000, deciding what type of investor you are, and opening a brokerage account are 3 great first steps that will get you well on your way to being a successful investor. Well, that's all I have for you today, folks. Thanks for stopping by, and it's time to do our cold plunge. Well, another day and Bitcoin's still not 50K. We're getting closer, but here goes crypto cold plunge number 24. Today is probably the most wintry day we've had so far. Roll the clip. We're not playing around here, baby. Cold plunge every day till Bitcoin 50K. It really is cold out here. The net is frozen. It's 21 degrees right now and it's been sleeting all night. So Bitcoin Bob, can you help us out with the pool temperature, please? Thank you. He says it's about 45 degrees right now.